कहाँ पे रखा वो हरा वाला हरा वाला कहाँ रखा वो? हाँ। हाँ. Hello guys, what are you up to? How you guys doing? I'm just I'm just doing fine, and I thought of mm, okay, we have some news articles. Okay. So I was waiting for some of them to turn up because some wanted to be on the live with me and all, but I don't see many people out there. So, mm, okay, let's get into the news. What time is it? It's 6:10 approximately. Let's start off with some news, and I'll be just running through just a few of them. Don't have much time today. I'd almost forgotten. Yesterday, I think I missed out, but nonetheless, let's get started with some of the important news. Musk's warns of major disruption as diverts ships away from the Red Sea. Container shipping giant Maersk is diverting all vessels from Red Sea routes around Africa's Cape of Good Hope for the foreseeable future, it has said, warning customers to prepare for significant disruption. Shippers are switching away from the Red Sea, and so the shortest route from Asia to Europe via the Suez Canal after Iranian backed Houthi militants in Yemen stepped up attacks on vessels in the Gulf region to show the support for Palestinian Islamist group Hamas fighting Israel in Gaza. Iraq prepares to close down US led coalition mission. The Iraqi government is forming a committee to prepare the closing down of the US led international coalition's mission in the country, Prime Minister Mohammad Shib al Sudani's office said on Friday. Sudani's statement came a day after a US strike killed a militia leader in Baghdad, prompting anger among Iran aligned groups which demanded the government end the presence of the coalition in Iraq. Iran arrests suspects over bomb blasts. Mourners demand revenge. Mourners wept over the coffins of victims of two deadly blasts in Iran as the Interior Minister said on Friday a number of suspects had been arrested over the attacks claimed by the Islamic State. Crowds chanted revenge, revenge in the state. TV footage of the funerals in the city of Kerman, the scene of Wednesday's explosions, the bloodiest such attacks in Iran since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Nearly 100 people were killed in Wednesday's assaults at a memorial for top commander Qasem Soleimani, who was assassinated in Iraq in 2020 by a US drone. US and Europe make new diplomatic push to stop Gaza war escalating. They're trying to stop the escalation of the Gaza war, which experts believe will be escalated at a higher height. We don't know how high the escalation will. What is this? We don't know how high the escalation will go, but it is gonna get escalated a lot. So, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Europe's top diplomat Joseph Borrell were due in the Middle East on Friday to try to halt the spillover of the conflict in Gaza to the Israeli occupied West Bank, Lebanon, and Red Sea shipping lanes. The visits take place almost 3 months since the assault on southern Israel by Hamas militants from Gaza sparked an Israel offensive that Palestinian health officials say has killed 22,600 people and left much of the enclave in ruins. Israel, which says it killed 8,000 militants since the death of 1,200 people in the Hamas attack on October 7th, announced a more targeted approach on Thursday as Blinken set off on a week-long tour of the region. But Palestinians said Israeli planes and tanks had intensified attacks overnight on densely populated Al Maghazi, Al Bureij, and Al Nasirat in the center of the coastal strip. Some 162 Gazans were killed in the past 24 hours. That's a lot of people. More than 100 people are dying each single day. Unimaginable. I just hope, let's be positive. Let's just be very, very, very positive minded and hope that both the wars end this year. Then 2022 can be a remarkable year for all of us. Think of all those families who have lost their families who have lost their dear ones in both the wars. And if this doesn't stop this year, the number of people dying would also keep on increasing, and we don't want that to happen. Nobody wants except the politicians. India probes DHL, FedEx, UPS for alleged antitrust practices price collision. Okay, India's antitrust body is investigating domestic units of global delivery companies such as Germany's DHL, US based United Parcel Services, and FedEx for alleged collusion on discounts and tariffs, documents seen by some reliable sources. It is the latest such scrutiny for the logistics industry, some dating back to 2015 when France levied fines amounting to 735 million on 20 companies including FedEx and DHL for secretly colluding to increase practices. Volvo cars post record annual sales but shares still dip. Volvo cars sold a record number of vehicles in 2024, it said on Friday, boosted by electric car demand and stabilizing supply chains, but its growth rate eased towards the end of the year and the share price slipped in early trade. The number of cars sold in 1 year rose by 15% to 7 lakh 8,716 last year, Volvo said, adding that demand for fully electric vehicles was especially good and had grown by 70% from 2022. It's quite cold in Mumbai this year. How is the weather in your area? Just let me know. It's quite cold. Okay, give me a minute. Let me pull out more news. US readies aid as Japan earthquake death tolls near as Japan death toll nears 100. The United States on Friday said it is preparing military logistical support and aid for regions in Japan devastated by an earthquake that killed 94 people, forced about 33,000 people to leave their homes, and left over 200 people unaccounted for. The US is here to support our friend and ally in its earthquake response. Military logistical support, food, and other supplies are being readied. US ambassador to Japan has posted on social media site X, which was formerly Twitter. India sends warship after hijacking of Liberian flagged vessel in Arabia in Arabian Sea. Okay, I'll read it out again. India sends warship after hijacking of Liberian flagged vessel in Arabian Sea. An Indian Navy warship was moving towards a hijacked Liberian flagged vessel in the Arabian Sea. An aircraft was closely monitoring the situation, the Indian Navy said on Friday. At least 15 crew members were on board the MV Leela Norfolk, which was hijacked near Somalia's coast, and the Navy received information about it on Thursday evening, Indian news agency ANI, in which Reuters has a minority stake, reported earlier, citing military officials. Blade Runner Pistorius released on parole 11 years after murdering girlfriend. South African former Paralympic star Oscar Pistorius was released on parole on Friday, nearly 11 years after murdering his girlfriend Reeva Steenkamp in a crime that shocked a nation inured to violence against women. Pistorius, dubbed Blade Runner for his carbon fiber prosthetic legs, shot 29-year-old model Steenkamp dead through a locked bathroom door on Valentine's Day in 2013. He had repeatedly said he mistook Steenkamp for an intruder when he fired 4 shots into the bathroom at his Pretoria home, and he launched multiple appeals against his conviction on that basis. Okay, I think that will be all for today. Not much news here. I'll come back again later. Also, let me know what else you would like to see. Thank you.